We have some things just in I want to get out to you in a timely fashion as it pertains to both Ripple and XRP. I don't think you're going to want to miss this one, guys. We have a ton to put out in this short and concise video. If you do appreciate quick updates, type in X in the comment section, smash that like button. Let's send this over 1,000 likes. Let's get straight into it briefly. Just briefly, I do want to discuss, yesterday I didn't do a video. I took a day off to kind of reflect what is happening here in the States, which I am, to be quite frank, honestly embarrassed as an American. There's a lot of hate in this country right now. And the country is grieving with the recent shootings and what has just happened with Charlie Kirk. And hate doesn't have borders. It's not just here in this country, but right now there's a lot of hate. Now, thank God here today, the suspect was captured in custody and there'll be a little bit of justice here. But this gentleman, Charlie Kirk, who is putting out his opinions publicly, and whether you agree with him politically or his religious views is irrelevant to the fact that no one should get assassinated in front of their wife and children. And this really hit home. Took a moment to reflect yesterday, and I'm sure for many of you that are fathers as well out there, maybe you felt it as well, because whether there is some justice here with the suspect being captured, it will never take away from the burden that will now be on the back of Charlie's wife and these children for the rest of their lives. And so I want to just briefly put out my thoughts and prayers to them before we get into this. Now, as we talk about XRP, things are hot. We've been heating up, now things are hot. And here today, yes, we do have the launch of an XRP ETF. That's Rex Osprey Spot XRP ETF. I'll talk to you about that in just a moment, but backing up 19 hours ago from the time of this recording, we heard that DTCC lists the Fidelity's Solana ETF as well as Canary's XRP ETF. To give you an idea, and I know many of you are familiar with DTCC, but how big this one of the world's largest financial market infrastructures is, they are surpassing 1 trillion in assets under custody right now, processing over 2.5 quadrillion annually. But they also work very closely with Hidden Road, who we know is partnered with Ripple. And as a clearing member of Fixed Income Clearing Corporation, Government Securities Division, we're talking about Hidden Road, right? They're enabling Hidden Road to access and contribute to a clearing of over 11 trillion in daily U.S. Treasuries trades and part of 3 trillion annually clearing volume for institutional clients. And we know the institutional money is there and that the eyes are there. We see that with the likes of CME Group, but also in knowing that Hidden Road will also be utilizing RLUSD for 3 trillion annually, we are starting to see everything come together. This is a very beautiful time indeed if you are in crypto and you're watching closely and seeing what is in front of our face. Now, what is about to happen with these interest rate cuts? No one knows 100%. We could not even get one. But I tend to think it's all but guaranteed we'll get at least a 25 basis point cut. And here today, JP Morgan actually put that out as well. 25 basis point cut. And so rate cuts are coming. Of course, that's going to bring liquidity. These big ETF launches are coming. Now, as we talk about Rex Osprey Spot XRP ETF, have to understand it's not just XRP. There's also the likes of Doge and Bonk. So I'm not incredibly excited about it, and I will never hold those coins. I'm more excited in just continuously buying XRP until it starts flying and the fireworks go off, which I believe are very, very close, especially when I talk to you about what's happening with the chart and what's happening with reserves right now and a supply shock. But we know we're getting incredibly close. And with law and with the SEC finally on our side, things are finally again coming together. Here recently, it was reported that 1.2 billion in XRP, this surge in a single day, 1.2 billion in reserves came onto exchanges. What does that tell you? The insiders that know what is happening are preparing to have some reserves ready to go as we look ahead at potentially a supply shock. And so right now, what we have with XRP, there's a lot of price predictions out there, like right with these XRP ETFs. People saying we're going to immediately see $5, immediately see $10, $20, all the way up to $100. Well, will it happen overnight or over an extended period of time? Time will tell. But what will happen is institutional net inflows are going to start flooding in, and that's going to bring the price up, obviously, with retail interest coming in a big way. And so as we take a look at the chart right now, which we have a perfect cup and handle, 340. 340 right now is the resistance. We get past 340, we've got $4 as the next bullish target. If we can get past $4, right, that is the psychological barrier right now. If we can get past $4, institutional money that's already going to come in is going to get further exposure to XRP and seeing what's happening. Retail money comes in. Guess what, guys? We're not going to be that far from flipping Ethereum. And that is one of the things that I think is largely not being seen right now. That once we flip Ethereum, and we will flip Ethereum, again, right now, finance circles, the likes of that Wall Street, hedge fund managers, they're looking at XRP because they understand it, they get it. They understand the use case and the utility of XRP, right? This price is going to fly. And this is a combination of institutional net inflows, retail investment net inflows, but along with that, law, which is just the cherry on top and coming, getting some clarity this year. So I am incredibly excited, as many of you are as well. Again, we've got some very strange, weird times we're living in right now. But if you're in cryptocurrency and you can see and you can watch and know what is happening on the daily, you know you are in the perfect position right now with XRP. That's all I got for now. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below, guys. As always, I appreciate your support, and we will see you all in the next one.